Hey, check it out, man. You already know Dee Dowdy, the Count Up 104.5 is in the building. And this is an honorable moment right now. Got the opportunity to come in and pull up on my dog, man. Hollywood Hemi here at JS Designs. What's good, man?
What's good, my brother?
What's happening, man? You just released the album Coldest Winter Ever. You're on the way to preparing for your Unplugged show.
Yes, sir.
Which is this Saturday at Heart and Soul. And Coldest Winter Ever. A little premise and little synopsis behind why you chose now to drop that.
First off, shout out my dog James for having us here at JS Designs, man. Y'all come check him out. Shout out to you for putting this together. We are long overdue. But the album title came from life, man. Like life, man. Like last winter was my coldest winter ever. Like, you know what I mean? I had tragic events or whatever take place in my life. And I just ran with it, and that's what. And I put from that event until the time I dropped the album. That was my life for those couple months, and it was the coldest one ever. You know what I'm saying? Plus, Sister Soldier, she the originator of the coldest one ever. I never read the book, but that's where I got the idea from, and I just ran with it. I liked that shit.
Super duper crazy. Let's take it back. Before the Coldest Winter Ever, you had put out In Between Time.
Correct.
Which was a holdover from.
In Between Time series.
In Between Time series.
Right.
But it was a tape before that. Then it was with the Moneybagg Yo feature on there, which was titled
Time Until 2.
Time Until 2. Time Until 2, then In Between Time, and now the Coldest Winter. When you look back on In Between Time, were you fully prepared to really drop that project, or was it just something just to hold the people over for the time being as you prepare for this one?
Was I ready to drop
In Between Time?
In Between Time. Yeah, In Between Time was dope, man. I got it was like 7 records on there. I wanted to give the people something, you know what I mean? Cause my Time Until series is like, you know what I mean, almost like albums, you know what I mean? So I didn't want to keep. I wasn't ready for the 3 to come, so I was like, in between. The title was fitting, In Between Time, you know what I mean? Just getting people something while they waiting. And there's dope records on there. There's big records on there like Herky Patron, Ridiculous, Choices and Sacrifices, Bases Loaded. Like those was dope records that people rock with or whatever. So I think that was fitting for, you know what I mean, what I was trying to do. I think it served the purpose.
Now on the Coldest Winter Ever is probably one of your more. To me it's a letter to the industry. It's a letter to your peers. It's a letter to that kind of shows you, because for so long Hollywood Hemi and Rich Hemi, it's a mystique about Hollywood Hemi and Rich Hemi and their play. And this album here, you kind of open the door to where people can peer in to your life. Some of the bigger records for me is Therapy and the first record that we finna get into and finna chop down. What was the premise when you was writing this album? Because I know you write everything and you kind of paint your own pictures.
It was for me just raw emotion, man. Like it ain't much of a thought process when you telling a story. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the night, if whoever I'm with, what you do today? It ain't going, you know what I mean? I don't have to make it up. I don't have to nothing. I can tell you, I woke up, I ate breakfast, I went out, went to the store, got gas. You know what I mean? It was just like that with the music. Like, I'm about to just tell you what's been going on with me in this time frame, and that's where I went. You know what I mean? But some of the records, like with the intro or whatever, I speak in general or whatever. First of the month, Belly Mary Brent asked for an extension on my lights. I'm not going through that right now. You know what I'm saying? But I've been through that. I've been that guy sleeping in my grandma's basement. I've been the guy goddamn eating ramen noodles. Goddamn, I've been the guy. I just had my daughter and me and my baby mama sleeping on my grandma's floor. You know what I'm saying? I've been that guy. So I reflect over. You know what I mean? And then just put it in there.
So let's get into the first record. The first record is It's Me Again.
Correct.
It's Me Again. It's kind of your way of opening up the album and letting people know that this is fully me. You getting all, which I mean, now through your catalog and through your music, you have shown the realness to a side, and you've also shown the turn up side of you. But this here, I remember when you DM'd me with one of the records. I believe this record was in there. And he was like, "This is something different that people probably aren't used to. It's a little darker." What was that on purpose, or that's just how you was building your life and how you was living at the moment?
That's how I was living at the moment, man. That's what I was going on. That's what was going on with me, man. Like in one of the songs, Divorce the Game or whatever, man. I said was 6 in my first grade, ARs all in my face, and I was only in first grade. Something, want to smile up on my face. Like, I'm not smiling. Like, it's like, this is real life. Like, every day when I get up, you know what I mean? These are the things that I was going to, so it wasn't no reason for me to smile. I was in a dark place, very dark place or whatever, you know what I mean? That's why I got records like Therapy, you know what I mean? Divorce the Game, I want to, you know what I mean? They ain't on No Air, you know what I mean? It's Me Again title coming from I'm praying every night. So every night when I get on my knees, every morning when I wake up, I'm talking to God. I'm back again. I'm hollering at you again. It's me again. You feel me? So that's the, you know what I mean? That's why when I told you, I was like, bro, it's dark, man, but it's raw. It's real. It's me. You feel me? So
let's get into the first record, a little bit of the first record.
Hollywood. Coldest winter ever. Shit, man, turmoil, man. Like, the world been so crazy, man. Shout out my little sister, man. She got engaged the other day at a baby shower, man. That shit was beautiful, man. Amidst all the bullshit going on, that shit made my heart cry. I love you. Yeah. First of the month, barely made rent, asked for an extension on my lights. Baby mama on my ass, I brought the Pampers, cooked the 4 wipes, and I can't download on my phone. Only incoming calls, did 4 days in these clothes. I just been washing, changing drawers, now my bank account withdrawn. My license just got revoked, got an FTA and coat, cause I been ducking child support. I know my granny love me to death, but I ain't going back to her basement. Got a girlfriend and a baby, and ain't how I'm trying to raise them. I knew life wasn't gonna be easy, but this shit done got a little crazy. So tired of eating noodles, almost named my little boy Raymond. Look in my eyes, you see what pain is. It's a dirty shame like a Wayans, but this shit ain't no movie, cause ain't nobody playing for nigga. Try me, I'ma stain him. Ain't no sympathy for his mother. Life cold, I'm still crying for when they killed my little brother. You can hear pain all through these verses. I wrote this shit in tears. My uncle left when he was 20-something, been gone 20-something years. I ain't scared of much, ain't no fear. Been in Fed raised, multiples, shootouts, multiples. Fell in love with a little ratchet bitch, she got buried on me. I hate that hoe. I can't stand that bitch. I'm with whatever right now, whenever on me.
That's just me, a piece of It's Me Again.
Right.
And a line in that song is definitely a place that that leads us to the next record that's on the album. When you say about your little brother.
Mm-hmm.
And as we all know, that's been heavily on your team hard and heavily on your mind. How have you been since that, bro? Like mentally and far as musically, how have you been? Because the tragedy is...
It's me again, praying every night, therapy, need therapy, divorce the game, like, I'm through with everything, like, broken heart, like, damn it, like, these are songs, need some help.
Yes.
Those are the song titles on the album coming from how I'm feeling, like, you know what I mean? And that's how I've been feeling, like, you ever, like, sometimes you want to wake up and like, damn, I woke up, like, the fuck, like, I went through depression stages, you know what I mean? I went through, you know what I mean, trying to, maybe, do I need to recreate myself? Do I need to give music up? Do I need to, like, give up on life? Like, you know what I mean? Like, when you've been with somebody your whole life and then they're taken away from you, it take you to a different mindset, you feel me? So, like, but for me to keep myself going, I put it in the music. Like, my family actually wanted me to have, like, therapy. I wrote a song called Therapy. I'd rather talk to the beats than talk to a motherfucker that I don't know, never seen in my life, you know what I'm saying? So
I have to say, listen to the tape. Therapy was one of the songs that gave me chills.
Right.
Because if you've ever been through a traumatic situation, no matter what it is,
right.
That song and the way you put the words together and how you address the song, as well as talking to the therapist on the record, was super dope. What was the concept? Because I know you shot through a lot of beats and you shot through a lot of producers. What was the concept of you just wanting to put a therapist on there to kind of, because it's almost like you're venting and you're also letting out how you feel.
And that's what it was like. Because like I said, my mother and my grandmother, they was like, talking to us is cool, but you might talk to people that you don't know different than people you do know. You know what I'm saying? So they really like consider that I go to like a therapist or a streak or a psych, whatever you want to call them. And I was just like, I wasn't for it. They even tried to get me to go see like the pastor and shit. Like, oh, you can go sit and the pastor can be your therapist or whatever and shit. But I didn't want to do that. So I created my own therapy. Like, okay, I'm gonna play a beat. I'm gonna put my own therapist on there, and I'm gonna tell her, you know what I mean? I'm gonna tell her it's the same shit, but I'm gonna put it on the record and make that shit, you know what I mean? shit motherfuckers can bob their heads to. So like that's what I did with the whole record, man. Just the whole record was therapy. That song called Therapy, but the whole record was therapeutic for me. Like I got to tell how I felt about, you know what I mean, those situations amongst others.
So let's get into one of my favorites, because I got multiple favorites on this album. This is one of my favorites. It's called Therapy, Hollywood Hemi Therapy. This is the record that I really can't wait to hear this record Saturday at a live joint. I know it's going to be a different vibe.
You haven't got any motivation, but it sounds like you're putting quite a lot of pressure on yourself to try and feel a bit better.
Yeah.
Once again, you can cop the joint on all streaming platforms, on Apple Music, Tidal, YouTube, all of that. It's Therapy, Hollywood.
2020 Hellcat, fuck the scat pack. We wear masks, but fuck Corona, where the racks at? We show 21 deep, this ain't no blackjack. And if your shorty swing my way, I'll probably tap that. If you catch my girl legs, oh, you better smash that. Don't be surprised if she asks for the cash at. No prime time, shout out Dion, I got stripes like a feline. Yeah, and ain't no question about what we on. I've been staying to myself cause I don't fuck with niggas. No public transportation, but I bust a nigga. Never played truth or dare cause I can't trust these niggas. Just put my baby mama in the house, I know she love a nigga. I've been thinking about retirement. Plugs in them bags for the low, he know I'm finna quit. Yeah, I've been hustling all my life, I know this can't be it. Just make 10,000 off of streams with this music shit, for real.
Okay, so it sounds like you've been feeling down, you've been feeling unmotivated. You feel like you want to be better, but actually it sounds like you feel like you can't reach out for help.
My daughter treat me like a hero, I feel like Clark Kent. Yeah, I just wish I could've saved kid. It's fourth quarter, ain't no margarine for error. All it take is one mistake and they'll put you away forever. My daddy did 16 and I still got every letter. Say my uncle gone insane, he been gone since 97. You know Dominique and Corey never met him in 7. He gon' probably die in there. Hope we meet again in heaven. But if we go to hell, we can ride on the devil. Start a campfire at home, cause I got stories I can tell them. From the first car I drove to my first jump shot. From the first rock I sold to shootouts on the block. Taking calculated steps, checkers turned in the chest. Grind over finesse, dope money turn to checks. I'm a CEO, I'm bossed up, I'm just VVS my neck. Got a crib in the country and a Benz for my bitch. Hollywood go.
I'm just gonna go back into
Therapy.
Crazy.
Therapy. It's a line in that record that was shared on Facebook. Because since the album is dropped, people have shared several lines from this album, and I just want to take you to that line. It says, my daddy did 16, and I still got every letter. They say my uncle gone insane. He been gone since 97.
Correct.
He know Dominique and Corey. He never met him in 7. He gonna probably die in there. I hope we meet again in heaven. That line, in a time now where we're dealing with what we would call mental health.
Right.
That line kind of stood out on that record. How, and that was appearing inside your own personal life because you shared a lot. And when I read that line, I think Cole posted it on his Facebook, and I saw it and I was like, yo, like that's some real, like, most people would be afraid, like most rappers and most artists are, they don't really let you into too much of them. How you feel about that line right there when you wrote that line?
It's just real life. Like it wasn't, I didn't have to think too hard about it. Like I said, I was just telling you what's going on. And then my grandmother seen that line and she actually commented on that post. I seen that post and she got upset because she was like, the devil is a lie, my son coming home. My uncle got 49 years. He been gone like 20 something years. My uncle been gone, my uncle left me with 20 something, been gone 20 something years. So he got 49 years. When he left, kid was here. He gone. We might not meet again. Hope we, you know what I'm saying? Hope we meet again in heaven. Last time he seen his nephew was 20 something years. He never see him again. You feel me? So that's where those lines come from. And then when I say, he know Dominique at 7, never met Hemi and Corey. He left 20 something years. He don't know him. He don't know Sel. You know what I'm saying? He know Dominique and Corey, these little boys. We not that no more. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, you know, just playing with the words or whatever.
You also go on in the line, never got to see the first car you drove.
Right, exactly.
See your first jump shot.
When he went to prison, my dad was already gone or whatever. So, you know what I mean, him and my mama, they brothers and sisters. So, you know, he gonna pick up the slack. Like, okay, these are my nephews. I'm gonna teach you how to. I shot my first gun with my uncle. I was like maybe 7. This nigga got me in the backyard shooting a fucking gun and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Not saying that's some shit you supposed to teach your goddamn kid, but you know what I mean.
This how we rock.
That's a big uncle, whatever. So you know, we shooting a gun, me and him. We used to fucking like jog to the store and shit. He'd be like, yo, you gonna be a goddamn whatever. You gotta be a warrior. You can't stop. I know you tired. Keep running and shit. That's just childhood memories I remember with my fucking uncle and shit, man. So, you know, the fact that I haven't seen him since, and it's very possible that I maybe not see him again. It's like I put that shit in a song, and that's real shit. And like you said, some people won't speak on those things because it is very personal. And like I said, my grandmother was offended. You know what I mean? So I had to tell her, Ma, I apologize, whatever. But I'm just speaking my mind how I feel, and realistically, you know what I'm saying? He got 49 years. He's my uncle, like maybe right at 50.
That line was super duper touching, as well as how you start the second verse. You start the second verse when you say, "My daughter treat me like a hero. I feel like Clark Kent. I just wish I could have said Kid."
Right.
So I had to ask. That line had to be really, really personal, and it had to really pull a different kind of space from you. Because I know what Kid mean to you.
I mean, as big brothers and role models and shit, we always almost want more for our people than they want for themselves. You know what I'm saying? And of course, I wasn't around or whatever when this tragedy took place and all that shit or whatever. You know what I mean? He was alone, so I beat myself up about it. Like maybe I should have went out with him that night. It would have been different, or you know what I mean? Maybe, you know what I mean? Like just playing different scenarios in my head, and I would, you know, I would consult with my family about it or whatever, and they would just tell me like, yo, even though he a baby to you, he's a grown man. Like you can't control what he did, or you can't beat yourself up about it or whatever, and so on, so on, so. And then I even got in a phase where I was feeling like maybe I should have been working harder. I would have been working harder. I would have been famous by now. Maybe we'd be living in Beverly Hills or fucking Miami or New York, and we wouldn't have, you know what I mean? He wouldn't even been here to be in that fucking situation. Like, you know what I mean? Just, you know, just putting a lot of pressure on myself, man, because I do consider myself as a leader or whatever of my family. Of course, I'm dead plate, whatever. So I feel like I hold myself accountable for pretty much a lot of shit. Some shit like that incident that has nothing to do with me at all. I still feel like, damn, maybe if you would have did this different, that would have turned out different. So, you know, just living with that.
I want to jump, because right now we're going in sequential of the album. I want to jump. I'm glad you said that about me in Beverly Hills and Hollywood. I want to jump. You spend a lot of time, just by knowing you spend a lot of time trying to access your music to the masses. Mm-hmm. We've had several conversations about getting the exposure that you rightfully deserve. It's a song on your album called "Damaged." Mm-hmm. I want to jump to that song, because to me that was your letter to the music industry, pretty much.
Right.
So we're gonna jump to "Damaged," and then we're definitely gonna chop it up about it.
Knock me down 99 times, I'm getting up 100. They threw dirt all on my name, I planted seeds on it. Trying to assassinate my character, but I ain't acting. Just had a fan out Kentucky, get my logo tatted. I knew I was famous when I got death threats, but I ain't panicked. Nigga rather see me on the shirt than see me on the Grammy. But I can't let these niggas kill me, won't take care of granted. Since Kid died, I've been different, left my heart damaged. I'ma treat my words just like the ground, cause I'ma stand on it. I know one day this shit gon' end, but I don't plan on it. I pray to God like fuck my ops, protect me from my homies. I just snatched me a new Glock, put a extendo on, and I don't want your love, peace of mind, homo value. I was fighting depression, won the war, but lost some battles. Been trying to step it up, my motivation been so low. Write a few songs every day, Corona got my trap slow. Me and Seven hitting cardio and jogging every morning. He been home for like 2 years of half a ticket, yeah I told you. I've been looking at a range for the summer, they gon' hate it. I'm the closest they done seen, so they treat me like I made it. I've been silent through it all, I've been working on my patience. The world don't know my name yet, but I'm one of the greatest. I wrote this, I was faded, drinking 1942. My girl was holding my dick, we was later watching Juice. Hollywood knocked me down 99 times, I'm getting up 100. They threw dirt all on my name, I'm playing on it. Trying to assassinate my character, but I ain't acting. Just had a fan out Kentucky, get my logo tatted. I knew I was famous when I got death threats, but I ain't panicked. Nigga rather see me on the shirt than see me on the Grammy. But I can't let these niggas kill me, won't take care of granted. Since Kid died, I've been different, left my heart damaged. I woke up today and turned down 3/4 mil. It felt good cause I ain't rapping for no record deal. They call me stupid and say I'm crazy, but that wasn't my vision. I've been soaking up the game lately, watching Nipsey. Project ass nigga, I know Big Bird can be proud of me. I never wore a dress. I'm a soldier, put me in for tease. I never told a purse, ain't no strap over my sleeve. I got straps on your pocket. Big club me and on pop. Trina had me, she was young, used to ask granny was I adopted. I made A's back in school, cause failure won the option. Made that translate to the streets, and I turned that shit to profit. And now we got it poppin', we ain't stop, boy, they can't stop us. I've been covering up my tracks, cause I'm trying to skate the game. I'm every number my heart, so I ain't gotta say
Damaged.
Funny how shit changed. It's back in them days.
Damaged, and that was the first single off of tape that you shot the video for. Or was it Hearing Voices?
No, that wasn't the first single. The first single was it Hearing Voices or Need Some Help? It was Hearing Voices.
Damage, when you dropped Damage and I heard it, I was like, this is Hemi's letter to the game.
Right.
We had several conversations. This just a raw conversation at this point. On the second verse of the song is where you really tap in and you kind of shed a lot of emotion about how you've been feeling about the music industry. Where you say, I woke up today and I turned down $750,000.
Mm-hmm.
It felt good because I ain't rapping for no record deal.
Right.
So I have to ask you the question, because most rappers and most artists, and this is something for independent artists to listen to as well, most rappers and most artists, that's their goal.
That's
to
their goal.
Rap, to get a bag or to be signed by the biggest label. What is Hollywood Hemi's goal with this rap? Because primarily you've been to the top. You've seen how the game can be shifty and how it can be at the same time.
I'm self-made, man. I always been self-made, because like the people that I grew up under, I seen self-made. I looked up to the self-made niggas, to the niggas that was, you know what I mean, on top. Like that was always my goal, to be on top. Like, and then now with the digital age and shit, like I feel like niggas selling themselves short, chasing a deal. Like nigga, you know. And once upon a time, niggas was getting deals because they needed their music distributed, they needed their marketing, they needed whatever. Now you can do that shit your damn self. Now it's certain ways to go about it that I don't got all the answers yet to that neither, but I'm working on that shit though. But like, I had a situation or whatever, I won't say with what label or whatever, but I turned down $750,000, that's $750,000. They offered me $750,000. And I was just like, I wasn't interested, man. Like, I just feel like I'm worth more than that, man. I was watching the Master P documentary, and he was like, yo, they offered me $1 million. I knew that mean I was worth at least 10, because you know they gonna kill you. So if you offer me $750,000, I know somebody else goddamn willing to give me 3, or shit, that might mean I'm worth 10. You feel me? Like, so I just run with that mindset, man. And that's not the first situation I turned down. I've had other management situations, and I had as soon as I dropped drugs, I had a situation with another independent company. They tried to sign me for some, you know what I mean, pretty much nothing.
I have to say that you kind of, even though you're indie, they play indie, you literally treat yourself and live your life like you already own. Right. You set them in songs and set songs. So I have to ask, with that record Damage, when you was writing that, of course it was a letter to the game. Right. But did you have like a sort of like LeBron in the bubble? If you watch, I know you're a basketball fan. Right. At the end of the speech when he won the championship, LeBron kind of said, "I want my damn respect." That's what LeBron really pretty much told the league.
Yeah,
is that how you feel as it comes to the industry?
Yeah, kind of that, man. And then especially in like North Carolina scene, like North Carolina music scene been blowing up, and it's been so big. And I mean, I look at some of these guys. I mean, some of them are alright, some of them are not alright at all. And if I'm not mentioned, I'm like, this is fake, this is cap. Like, but it could be simply that maybe they just haven't heard the shit. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I think I'm one of the greatest. I said this on the world, don't know my name yet, but I'm one of the greatest. And I'm talking about like great. I'm not talking about on no local level, on no state level, I'm talking about like great, like one of the best niggas that's rapping right now that can put like, man, you listen to what I'm saying, how I'm putting these songs together, whatever. And it's not in $1 million studios. It's not me sitting down with a goddamn $1 million producer. You know what I mean? Coming up with this shit. This not me with fucking with Jay-Z backing me, or fucking Dr. Dre backing me, or this is just me. You feel me? This is raw talent. Like,
also in that song, and I had to ask where the line came when you said, "I never wear a dress. I'm a soldier. Put me in fatigues." I never told a person ain't no strap over my sleeve.
Man, I'm in the middle of generations, man.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? I'm in the middle where niggas was transitioning from, you know what I mean, from being gangster to dressing like girls and shit. So I'm not with that shit, bro. Like, I know niggas was wearing the satchels and shit, talking about this rack set them. I'm not wearing no strap over my sleeve, bro. That shit that's a purse to me, man.
Yeah.
I'm not wearing no dress shit, no shit that looked like a dress. Like, when I grew up, when I was young, the D-boys, them niggas was wearing goddamn army fatigues with Timberlands on and shit like that, looking like Wu-Tang and shit like that. Now these niggas wearing fucking, I'm not against the skinny jeans, I wear skinny jeans and shit, but I'm not wearing no fucking jeggings or no fucking jeggings with a satchel and my hair blonde. I'm not doing that shit. That's feminine to me. No, nothing against nobody that's doing that shit, but I just said what I want to do. That's not my thing.
So you consider, when you at a young career, you're big bro and little bro all at the same time. Shoot, man. Saturday, the live show is going down. It's another record that's on. It's going on at Heart and Soul. Another record that is on your tape that I just can't wait to hear the live version of. It's two of them. Mm-hmm. One of them is Our Reality and No Air. In Reality, you talk about how the streets will leave you. Mm-hmm. The streets will give you everything you need, but also will leave you in the cold as well.
Right. It give you everything and take everything.
You talk about how you spent time on the road with E. Maynard. Mm-hmm. Shout out to E. Maynard. When you playing with Oklahoma, man. You seen some things there that you've never seen in life and may never see again. What was the premise for you writing that record? Just to let
just reality, man. Like, that's the name of the record, man. The reality of the shit is, like I said, I start the verses off. I said a prayer for I left out might not make it back.
Yeah.
That's reality. Sometimes you gotta face the fact. I can't tell you one motherfucker that died that went out that morning and was like, I'm about to die. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure nobody woke up with that on their agenda. That shit just happens. That's reality. Sometimes you gotta face the fact. You feel me? So it's just pretty much real rap, man. Then I just go on to talk about just different things or whatever, and then I talk about shout out to my dog E. Maynard. That's one of my closest friends or whatever. We used to play ball together back in high school and shit. And he went on to VCU and went to the NBA, Oklahoma and shit. So I used to go down there and stay with him for weeks at a time and shit. Like, you know what I mean? And I would go to his games and all that shit. But at this time, I'm in the trap. I'm in, you know what I mean? Like, my life is I'm sleeping in my grandma's basement at this time. I think I had just maybe had my daughter right before or right after he went to the league. I'm in the trenches, you know what I'm saying? I'm strapped, I'm selling around. I'm raw, I'm out here. So, I escaped that when Carl, y'all come out here for 2-3 weeks, you know what I'm saying? I'm in Oklahoma now. I'm living a whole different life. I'm with millionaires. I'm at Kevin Durant house. I'm goddamn playing cards with Russell Westbrook. You know what I mean? We living, we in clubs, and this shit is like, if you get caught in the moment, you like, oh shit, damn, I gotta go back home this weekend. You know what I'm saying? That's reality. Sometimes you gotta face the facts. So like, this shit is like a facade, man. Then I would go back home. Hate getting on that fucking plane and goddamn coming back from Raleigh and seeing that Welcome to Cumberland County.
I'm back.
Yo, you see that fucking Welcome to Cumberland County side, you like, fuck, man, I've just been down here with these fucking millionaires. Now I'm back in this shit.
That record, and one of my girl's favorite records is No Air. And you say on No Air, I give you the skin off my back. If I'm blind, I'm gonna give you my sight to see.
Correct.
When I first heard it, I was like, Hemi's a poet. Hemi's on his poet. I pull up and vacuum the beach.
I pull up and vacuum the beach, shoot out the coop. But when you loving a motherfucker, that's how you want a motherfucker to love you though, right?
Yeah.
Like, as far like No Air, that shit, like, first off, that's one of my favorite songs with Jordan.
And I gotta say, and I gotta say this. Like, when I first heard the record, I was like, yo, Hemi tapping in, like, you know how big No Air the record was with Jordan Sparks and Chris Brown? And then he started singing?
That shit was dope, man. And like I said, the album was so dark, man. I was like, I'm just you know what I mean? That was the same thing with Damage. Damage still was, I was talking my shit, but it was a little bit more upbeat. And then the records like No Air, I always like to do just something for the ladies. I don't want to be too, you know what I mean? So, and like I said, that was one of my favorite records or whatever. But what also inspired that record is, that was one of my favorite records, and I had lost a friend way back, you know what I mean, a couple years back or whatever, and it was around the time that song came out, And like that was kind of like our thing, our song or whatever. We would laugh and play with that song or whatever. So it was just fitting. Like I'm gonna redo this shit. There's no air shit, and I just finessed it and freaked it. And it's probably like one of the favorite records out there. They love that shit. They love that shit.
So we finna get into Need Some Help.
Yeah.
We'll play a little bit of Need Some.
Coldest Winter Ever.
You can give all the love in the world, it still gon' change on you. I learned that shit from my main homie. That's why I been riding by myself with that thing on me. Yeah, if a nigga play, I'ma make it rain on him. Fresh up out the mud, look at my shirt, it ain't a stain on it. Christian Dior, I spent some change on him. Like I been lying to myself, I guess I'm capped. I'm so close to the edge, I'm on a trip. I swear I need some help, God. I swear I need some help. Feel like I'm lying to myself, I guess I'm capped. So close to the edge, I'm on trip. I swear I need some. I could barely sleep at night. Just had a dream they gave me life. My girl keep burning sage, saying shit gon' be alright. And I believe her, but they win. My little partner just got 10, and he just turned 19. Shit fucked me up, he's still a kid. I look back on shit I did. Lord forgive me for my sins. I just knew that I'd be dead by now. At least be on the bed, and I ain't tiptoeing around nothing. I've been 10 toes down thugging. No shirt all out in public. God's favorite cross my stomach. Yo, bitch, choose it, she love it. But I don't want nothing but some money. If I die today, I'm iconic. But I'm alive, so they don't give me nothing. I got niggas hating in my city, but I do this shit for us. How? Told Gwen, called Mitch. Tell him I need my key now. I done took so many losses. My mind gone, I'm see now. I wish my uncle took that plea. They buried him when he went to trial. My cousin look just like him. Got the same nose, same smile. And he be on the same bullshit. Almost OD to my granny house. Give all the love.
That shit's crazy.
Another record that's eye-opening. It's super duper eye-opening because in that record and in a lot of this album, I can kind of tell that you karma. You trying to figure out is karma gonna come and hey, give me busy? Because you start off the record and you say, Lord, forgive me of my sins. I just knew that I'd be dead by now.
Right.
And that right there just let me know the sign that you're moving different now.
Right.
Niggas hating in my city.
Right.
But what is it when you move around in the Ville? Cause you the OG of the Ville. When you move around the Ville, are you moving different now, or are you still moving the same way you used to?
Nah, way different, man. And it's not so much karma, man. It's reality. It's just being aware, man. Like I'm not the same person that I was last year. I'm not the same person I was 5 years ago, man. So I'm doing different shit. I'm you know what I mean? Not even mentally wise, you know what I mean? Not even adding the popularity and the shit from the music and shit, but mental wise, I'm not the same person. So I'm not gonna be in a spot where everybody at. You're not gonna be able to go in a spot where everybody partying at and you gonna see me in there. That's just not how I'm moving, you know what I'm saying? So when I say stuff like I just knew I would be dead by now, at least be on a bed, that's not per se saying from shit that I've done. That's just saying my environment. Like I'm like, you know what I mean? Like in this environment, like, man, I got so many homeboys that ain't here right now. I got so many homeboys that's in prison right now. I could have easily been in that, you know what I mean? One of them motherfuckers, man. Like when I wrote that song, like my brother goddamn was like, man, that shit's so hard. Cause I mean,
at the end of that verse, you say, I wish my uncle took that plea.
Right.
You say my cousin looked just like him, got the same nose and the same smile. And then you later go on to say, but he be on the same bullshit.
Right.
OD to my grandma. Another wordplay of letting the world into your personal life.
Right, exactly. Like, you know, motherfuckers be goddamn fucking with shit that they ain't got no business fucking with. And you know, it must have been goddamn hereditary. And my goddamn cousin be on the same bullshit, almost OD to my granny house. Fucking ambulance, pull up, police, everybody. So, you know, we don't fuck on the roads, period. Nigga, you over here about to die. You got the goddamn Jakes over here. You know what I'm saying? So, you be on the same bullshit, almost OD to my granny house. Like, man, this is real rap. Like, I'm not, like, making none of this shit up, man. And my favorite line from this song, that piano is just so crazy, man. That shit gonna be crazy in that fucking live show, man. Saturday, 24th, that shit gonna be crazy. Be there, heart and soul. But that piano so crazy. And I say, I got niggas hating in my city, but I do this shit for us. How? Yeah. I told Gwen is a friend of my family, close friend of my family. Yeah, but she's from the Merc, and you know the mayor, Mitch Coven, he's from the Merc, and they have a personal relationship. So I said I told Gwen, call Mitch now told Glenn call Mitch Cove and tell him I need my key now.
Yeah.
Don't, if I blow, he gonna give me a key. Why? I'm talking about if I blow Megally, he gonna give me a key. Why I can't get my shit now?
Yeah.
You feel me? Like, why I can't? I say what I say before that? I said if I die today, I'm iconic, but I'm alive, so they don't give me nothing. Like, no question in my mind, Lord forbid, I feel like if something happened to me, they probably would put a mural of me somewhere in Fayetteville, like, oh, Hemi, goddamn, such and such, such. That nigga was crazy with the music. Do that shit now. Why I gotta die for you to do that shit? You feel me? Like, if I die today, I'm iconic, but I'm alive, so they don't give you nothing.
So I want to do something a little different. I'm gonna give you lines off of your tape,
Right.
and I want you to just give me one word to where your mind space was when you penned the line.
Right.
Just one word. I'm gonna start with this one. I never played. Hold on. My dog was on his dick. I was up. I saved my niggas.
Loyalty. If I'm rocking with you, I'm rocking with you. Like, I know you said one word, but I gotta tap you. Like, if you my motherfucking dog, nigga, and I'm up, I'm goddamn, I'm shining. I can't. What the fuck I'm doing with you? Like, that's reflected on me. Niggas like, man, this nigga hit me with this bum ass nigga. My dog, like, shit, eat, dog, eat.
The next one is fourth quarter. Ain't no margarine for error. All it takes is one mistake, and that puts you away forever.
Reality. Reality rap. One mistake, man. I was cut in again. I was watching that Charm City joint. Yeah. You watched that yet?
Yeah,
with Meek Mill? The kid was a good kid, man. They went to fucking rob this store. Why? I don't know. Never did no bullshit, no crime, no nothing, and they homeboy ended up getting smoked. All it takes is one mistake. Shit could put you away forever. But Buddy ended up taking a rap and all that shit. And me told him, niggas like us don't get second chances, bruh. Like, that shit was the realest shit. Like, man, all it takes is one mistake, bruh. Take one mistake, like.
Baby mama steady throwing jabs at me. So
Right.
on Facebook, I'm a bad daddy.
Right. Baby mama drama, you know how that shit is. Everybody got it. Like, and I say shit in these songs that I don't give a fuck about that people probably wouldn't say because they try to hide the image or whatever. But it's shit that everybody goes through.
Yeah, everybody.
Like, ain't nobody perfect. If we line 10 niggas up, it's gonna be 10 bitches up. 9 of them gonna probably have something shady to say about it. It's realistically though, man. Like, you know what I mean? Like, motherfucker be on time on child support. Goddamn, seeing the baby, goddamn, when they supposed to, whatever. I mean, motherfucker gonna come up with something, man. So, you know, just real rap again, man. Just shit for you.
This is Saturday, Heart and Soul. It'll be the Coldest Winter Unplugged. Hollywood Hemi. We live band, live ambiance, and as y'all know, like, we're dealing with. It'll probably be the first time that people get to pop out in the city because. Due to the coronavirus, I have to ask, and make sure y'all get y'all tickets. The links are all on Facebook, every which way you can follow, bro. I have to ask you, several questions actually, since the coronavirus, I asked a lot of artists, what have you been doing because there's a lot of things going on in the world. And since we last spoke, we've dealt with civil unrest, we dealt with the coronavirus, we're dealing with an election season. What has Hollywood Hemi been doing just to keep his mind focusing off of what's going on in the world?
Making music, writing music, man. Just trying to figure out how I can better myself, man. How I can better myself, writing music. Just practicing on my craft, man. Staying out the way. Like, I feel like it's a gift and a curse with the corona stuff or whatever. Like, man, you gotta think about how many people might not be here if it wasn't corona, man. You know what I mean? It really sat motherfuckers down. It gave motherfuckers time to reflect. It gave motherfuckers time to get money to save up. It gave motherfuckers time to be with their kids. You know what I mean? Because it ain't no motherfucking where to go. They stopped selling liquor at 11 o'clock. What club you gonna be at? You know what I'm saying? I feel like it gave motherfuckers time to almost analyze and sit back and look at themselves, like, you know what I mean? So it's done that for me or whatever, man. And I just been tapping in, like, with the clothes and shit.
I can tell you've been doing a lot of reading, because I hear you. When I first seen your show link pop up for this Saturday, and I said it said the general admission was $100. Hemi said you ain't paying to see me perform, you paying for the experience.
You feel me?
And then if you listen to the Coldest Winter Ever, you talk about on Damage.
Right.
How you've been so focused on not getting the deal, but you've been listening to Nip.
Right.
And anybody that knows or follows the life of Nipsey Hussle, you know that he preached about self-wealth and self-preparing yourself. And he also had a mixtape that he sold for $100.
Right.
What led you to want to do your Unplugged session here in the Ville for the $100 ticket?
First off, rest in peace, Nip. And I was inspired by Nip, and I wasn't a pre-Nip fan. You know, I'm not no goddamn nigga that's gonna sit here and flex. Oh, I love Nipsey Hussle. Nah, I didn't get more familiar with him till after his passing or whatever. So I went and watched documentaries and all that, and I'm like, yo, this nigga like that or whatever. You know what I mean? He was alright dude, but he of course he's not gonna be in the eyesight as much because they not pushing him, you know what I mean, as a mainstream artist like that. So, but I went and watched a lot of his documentaries and shit, man, and just a couple books that he was goddamn talking about reading shit like Contagious and shit, and he just be spitting knowledge, man, just dope shit like you said, self-awareness and self-wealth and just shit like that, just how to build yourself. And like I said, like I want to start selling the clothes and shit and just more branding and goddamn, you know what I mean, for my company or whatever. And I just been like, that's been a part of my Corona package, man. Just building my brand, man. Building my brand because we got more time than ever. You know what I mean? But as far as the $100 shit, that was definitely a play out of Nip playbook, man. Like I just feel like motherfuckers that's gonna pay $100 for me, exactly. It's separating my fan base. You know what I'm saying? Like I was talking to bro or whatever. I was like, yo, I'd rather have 70 motherfuckers show up that paid $100 than have 300 motherfuckers showed up that paid $40.
Yeah, that went and downloaded, streamed it.
You feel me? Like I know that those 70 motherfuckers are core fans. That's gonna be 70 motherfuckers. They gonna download everything I do. They gonna support everything I do. Da da da. Opposed to 300 motherfuckers showing up for $40. They just want to get out of the house because it's Corona or something. You know what I'm saying?
To
like,
piggyback off of that, you saying the line on one of your records, you just had a fan out in Kentucky that got your logo tatted.
No cap.
You knew what you say? You knew I knew I was famous when I started getting.
I knew I was famous when I got death threats, but I ain't panicked.
Listen, man, this Saturday, Unplugged, the Coldest Winter Ever, probably, and Hemi will tell you, I'm probably one of the biggest fans. Actually, all his projects I done got, but this one is a little personal than all the ones that he dropped. Very personal. It's very fitting for the mood and for the time and the season that we're in. And you're going to be invited into an experience, a live experience, live band, hi-hat, snare, keyboard, the lights. I done heard some talking about the ambiance and the props. I done heard all of that.
Crazy.
Shout out to JS.
It's gonna be
JS
crazy.
Designs for the super duper setup for that. And it's been long overdue. I always said, lyrically, this brother right here is just amazing. He did my intro 4 years ago. And it's still the hottest joint I done heard.
You don't update that joint too. That shit crazy.
On the radio. Before we end up, I have to ask, because a lot of your songs do deal with the mental health aspect of just making sure you're okay. How has your healing process been since the tragic loss of Kid?
I'm gonna get into that, but I want to touch the what we was just talking about the Damage song. When I say I got a fan out in Kentucky, got my logo tatted. I know I was famous when I got death threats, but I ain't panicked. That's true shit. I got a guy in Kentucky. He found me on Facebook, and this symbol, this dead place symbol right here, that nigga got it tatted on his chest. It's big as fuck. And he from fucking Kentucky. Never seen this guy. Knows this guy in my life, and he hit me up, raving, going crazy. I said, "Oh shit, nigga, we made it. Like this nigga really got my shit tattooed on him. Like that shit was like mind blowing, bro. That shit was surreal, bro. Like for a nigga to be." Them the motherfuckers that I want to come. Them the motherfuckers that's gonna pay the $100 to come to the show. Yeah. That's the fan base that I'm trying to build up. A core fan base that stands. Niggas like you said, motherfuckers goddamn came across seas to see Buddy perform. That kind of fan base. That's what I'm trying to build. And then to touch on the, I knew I was famous when I got death threats, but I ain't panicked. That's motherfuckers was really writing me in my DMs like saying crazy ass shit like yo this and this and that. And I'm like. Maybe motherfuckers be looking at me in a bigger light than I am, cause I be feeling like, bro, I'm grinding every day, bro. Like I'm in the trenches every day grinding with this music shit. Like it's day one. Like I don't be on put myself on no pedestal. I got features with major artists. I be moving around. I be doing a lot of shit. So a lot of niggas do. You know what I mean? Oh, he working, he grinding, da 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 da. But in my eyes, bro, I'm on the same. I'm at the bottom with you. Like I be telling niggas all the time, like, bro. my nigga, I'm grinding, dog. Like, I only got so much advice for you. Like, be consistent, keep grinding, because I don't have the answers, because I would be there if I did, nigga. I'm just grinding, bro. So, unfortunately, somebody didn't like that, I guess, and niggas reached out like, yo, da from like a burner account or something. And I was like, yo, man. And then my family even asked me about that shit when they heard the record. They was like, yo, you just capping? Or like, I'm like, nah, I don't do too much capping on no records. None at all, really. I may exaggerate just a little bit on some, but.
And I got to say, I'm glad you said it, because I heard you featured on the Artist from the Ville's record called Lil Bro.
Mm-hmm.
And I immediately say, yo, like, I done heard 1,000 Hemi verses.
Mm-hmm.
This one right here,
mm-hmm.
I don't know what kind of juice Hemi was sipping on. I don't know if he had the Space Jam juice or what, but he went a fool on that joint.
Shout out to Lil Bro, man. Yeah, man. Lil homie reached out to me, man, and he was
and this is crazy because you don't do a lot of. I ain't gonna say you don't do a lot of features, but people don't reach out for features from you. And
they do. They do a lot.
Sometimes I think that sometimes I was like, I never heard Hemi on a feature, so when I saw it, besides Be More, that's
right.
part of your camp.
Right.
When I saw it, I was like, oh, this one right here's something special. And then to do the video, so
right.
that was super duper dope.
Nah, cause niggas just be in a way, you know what I mean? Some niggas be, you know what I mean, serious, but like niggas, you haven't dropped a song or a album or a video in a year. Why you trying to do a feature with me? You're not really doing this shit, like, you know what I'm saying? But you know, I'm charging for features now though, so I don't give a fuck if you ain't never dropped a song. You got the fee. Set it up, we can do it. deadplayent@gmail.com. Hit me. I'm getting verses out for the low for Corona package. But goddamn, Lil Bro was I fuck with him, man. Cool kid, man. He was actually working with my cameraman or whatever. So my cameraman had set that play up or whatever, and I pulled up in the hood on him on Newark off the Merc and shit. And him and his whole gang was out there. You know, I pulled up Dolo. And they showed me love, and we was just kicking it and shit, and we shot the video. I had did the record like a couple days before that, but he was on it. I did the record 2-3 days later. He did a video. Shit, and that shit was love, man. So shout out to him, man. I go check Lil Bro out.
Super duper poppin'. And like I said, back to the last question. How's your healing process been since the transition? I know in life we kind of like. As for me, I know in life we kind of do so much that we really don't take time to really detox ourselves and heal.
I don't know, man. Just coldest winter ever, man. Like, damage, man. Therapy, need some help. Divorce the game. Like, that's how I feel at all times, man. Like some shit like death is like some shit that you just can't plan or predict. You can't plan. Like, you know what I mean? It might take you 2 years. It might take you 20 years. Like, you know what I mean? Like, the shit it's mind blowing, bro. It's mind boggling, man. Like, the shit is surreal to me, man. Like. It's a year and a half later almost, and I still wake up every morning like as soon as I open my eyes, the first thought that crosses my mind is like, damn, bro, gone. Like, bro, really gone. Like, you know what I mean? So I'm healing. I'm trying to approach the healing stages. You know what I mean? So you know what I mean? It's a time thing though, for sure.
Super duper crazy. Listen, man. Saturday, October the 24th, Heart and Soul Lounge. What time they gotta be there?
Coldest winter ever.
What time it starts?
It starts at 9, but I would say get there a little bit early, man.
Free champagne, food.
Free champagne, food, man, tables, all that shit, man. Goddamn VIP booths. I think it's like one booth left, man. It's crazy in that joint. It's gonna be crazy. The setup gonna be crazy. We got picture booth. We got red carpet. We got fucking. It's gonna be crazy, man. Shout out my nigga Trail for goddamn having me. Heart and Soul Lounge on Ramsey Street. That shit gonna be a movie. All black.
Super duper crazy. So we gonna ride out on my favorite song. My favorite song on the tape is just my favorite song. Don't judge me, y'all, but this is my favorite, man. We're gonna ride out on it. Shout out to you, bro. I appreciate
no doubt.
You.
Appreciate you, man.
Here it is, man.
TNT.
And you can download it on all streaming platforms. It's on Apple Music, Tidal, Spotify, Pandora, YouTube, everything.
Everything. Go get it now. Coldest winter ever. Hollywood Hemi. Dead play.
If I tell you off with a motherfucker head, then bring me his head, yeah. You know ain't no fear in my heart. We only scared of the feds, yeah. When I say you jump, oh, you better duck. I'm talking like Jordan, yeah. Take off from the free throw line. I never question your Lord.